Hey everybody, Mark Lewis here from cinemasound.com. Today we're going to be looking at the Acusonus ERA-D, which is kind of one of my new favorite plugins. It has the beautiful hybridization of the old Cedar hardware denoise systems where you could choose what frequency you wanted to denoise in the spectrum, and all the wonder of the real-time spectrographic denoisers like Isotope RX and Adobe Audition's denoise, all bundled into one amazing thing that has a superpower that no other plugin I've ever seen has, and has tried, and it hasn't worked it out. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. All right, we're here in Adobe Audition, and if you've never opened Adobe Audition, then I invite you to come to cinemasound.com and stream our product Adobe Audition 1 to 3, where we teach you within about 3 hours how to get from, I don't know how to use Audition, I'm maybe a photographer, no experience with audio, all the way to Hollywood level deliverables in 5.1 and better. About 3 hours. It's totally dope. So we're here. I've instantiated the ERA-D onto a channel of really bad sounding dialogue. Let's take a listen to it here.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer. I'm about a foot and a half away, right next to the air conditioning.
Yeah, awful, noisy, all kinds of things. And normally, to fix this, ideally, if I had it all my way, I'd rent a Cedar system, run the audio out into the Cedar. The Cedar gives it that cool punchiness while also stripping away as much of that noise as possible. I've got frequency-dependent ways of denoising, multiple bands, and then it comes back in, I re-record it back in, and then I use something like, Audition's denoise or something like this. Well, this not only can do all that, but it also has a dereverberation function as well. So here are the 4 bands of denoise that you have at your disposal, not to mention a nice big fat knob that tells you how much of it that you want to do. Now, I'm not going to get into this signal path thing here, but it's pretty awesome where you can change the routing. Do you want just denoise, just dereverb? Do you want the denoise to go into the dereverb? Do you want them to go in parallel? Which way do you want them biased? It's pretty awesome. Normally we want denoise to go into dereverb and those kinds of things. And of course you can link all of these things. Now this looks very familiar to those of you who have used any kind of compression or, anything like that. Multi-band, this is low frequencies. Here's your frequencies down here, 200 hertz to 1K, 4K and above. And of course you can grab these and move them anywhere you want depending on what your noise situation is. Up here with these little phone looking things. It's an interesting thing that they have. These are percentages of confidence in how it thinks, hey, how much confidence do I have in knowing what the real signal is from the noise? And as you turn this up, that confidence, that intensity, that how draconian is it going to be on denoising goes up and up and up. And if you return all the way down, then nothing happens in that band. So that's pretty cool. We're going to leave this here at 50%, and I just Option or Alt click to make that happen. You can also dual and channel left or right if you want as well, and then it also goes into an adaptation mode, like an automatic thing. We're going to get into this in a minute. So now let's turn this on and hit play and run up this little knob.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lab.
Notice that nothing's happening, and a couple of people have asked me, like, man, I turned up the denoise and nothing happens. Well, that's because up here you have each one of these bands at 0%. If we bring this down to 50% or so and bring up the denoise, then you'll start hearing it work.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer. And if you've got good headphones on, you can hear the big rumble that's going on, those low frequencies, so we can really bring this down. All right, here's me on the Ceramonic.
And notice those bulbs there of my voice, it's me in the recording, easily able to reach out over the low rumble. In fact, we can turn up this confidence here.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic.
And have that low completely removed, just like we would do with a Cedar. Let's check out how we're doing in this band.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone.
There's a lot of going on in there.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic.
Again, the noise is down here. We're pretty confident we can bring this up.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic.
Beautiful. Let's try this one.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB.
And if you bring this down too far, obviously you can start getting that chirpiness that we're so familiar with. But I don't think the noise is so bad here. You can see.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic.
It's much, much lower down here, so we can leave this confidence alone. Now, how about the highest?
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer. I'm about a foot and a half away, right next to the air conditioning. Plenty of junk going on in there, a little room noise because it's on.
We're still hearing quite a bit of noise.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer. I'm about a foot and a half away, right next to the air conditioning. Plenty of junk going on in there, a little room noise because it's omnidirectional, and that's pretty awesome. Yay, what you should never, ever do.
That's correct. You should never do that. Now, you can start hearing a lot of that chirping. I mean, this is a bad recording. Let's remind ourselves.
All right, here's me.
Okay, so put this on.
All right, here's me.
You can hear a lot of chirpiness going on in the background. There's also some reverb. Now, I'm not a real fan of how this does de-reverb, but let's see if we can help ourselves out. It's also applied across with these bands.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer.
Helps a little. Now, there's another thing we have. If we click Advanced, we have the ability to change the time constants with the de-reverberation and then with the noise as well as different kinds of noise denoising algorithms.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav.
A is pretty good, and then you can change the noise time.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB.
Same with low frequency.
I'm about a foot and a half away, right next to the air conditioning. Plenty of junk going on in there.
And now it's really tightening up that reverb, de-reverbering.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone.
And over here now, let's take a look at this. I can hit the difference and hear what's going on.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer.
So that de-reverberation is really here. This is what's actually being taken out. So the de-reverberation is really taking a lot of voice out, which I don't really like that much.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic.
So maybe I don't want to add very much of that. I'm just going to leave a little bit of this. Now let's see how we're doing.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic
How it was?
lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer. I'm about.
Now that's pretty good, but it's, again, like I always say, you always have the coefficient of you can either have all the noise and no artifacts or no noise and all the artifacts. And it's very difficult. In fact, it's until now, you don't really, they don't get to do this. They're always opposite each other until now. Now there's a lot of plugins that do de-chirping and all of that, but nothing does what this thing does. And it's as simple as going to artifact control right here and turning it on.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic.
Off.
All right, here's me on the.
On.
All right, here's me.
You hear it's way down in the middle. That's going on with it off.
All right, here's me on.
That fast Fourier kind of crazy sound and on.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer.
And off.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer.
And then you have a processing intensity here. So the musical noise reduction, which is the thing that we all hate, you can turn it on to maximum. And then impulsive sound, let's try this.
All right, here's me on the Ceramonic lav microphone that you plug into the USB of your computer.
I mean, it is night and day. The ability to have artifact control capabilities and a really good denoiser and the reverb, not the best in the world, but definitely helpful. But the biggest thing here is having multi-band capability across, multi-band capability across the noise spectrum and being able to alter these and edit these at will. So the ERA-D is a game changer, and it basically breaks that coefficient between you have to have all the noise and no artifacts, or all the artifacts and no noise. It kind of breaks it in a way that I've never seen anything else do, and gives you the benefit of that multi-band denoising, which is so very useful. And the issue, of course, is that you have to buy it with an entire bundle of ERA plugins, many of which Audition does better than, and you have already built in. But is it worth $350 just to buy ERA-D? Probably. And since it comes with all the other plugins too, hey, why not? Looks good. take it on. See if it works for you the way it does for me. Hopefully this video has been very valuable to you, and if so, please subscribe to our channel here at Cinema Sound and come visit us, I pray, at cinemasound.com, where we have hundreds of other blog posts and articles and videos to give you that Hollywood level advantage and audience impact and audience immersion into your productions like you've always dreamed. Until then, we'll see you in post.
Even if for yourself.